It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're underway from Kansas City. Brown with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, fresh off a third Super Bowl title. The standard for quarterback excellence today, Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
A second down throw for Mahomes. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. If he does that again here, they should be winners.
And he's brought down after a short game. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Burrow setting up the play action. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's looking deep once again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Play action now, Burrow. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They put a receiver in motion right. He's across the 20, still going. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Pacheco can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate.
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, here's Burrow. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Completes this one to Chase. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third down, 1 yard to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's caught for the first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. To throw again, it's Burrow. Brought in close to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute. This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Buckus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he's gonna score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's taken down at the 30. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Quarterback never stared down the receiver, but he kept his eyes downfield until he found that open window as that crossing route finds and beats zone coverage.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. It's Pacheco again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Motioning the tight end now. Third down, it's Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs break the tie here in the first. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Finds him on the crossing route. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 43. On target to his man Higgins. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. All set up now for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
On third down, here's Burrow. Into traffic, complete. And this one does not go far.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east to west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Oh, you feel for kickers in situations like this. The loneliest guy in the building. Sometimes you forget those goalposts. They're only 18 feet 6 inches wide. And this time he might have rushed things a little, and it winds up no good.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The give to Pacheco to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Here's Mahomes. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down. Another throw for Mahomes. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on though, and this drive lives on to see third down. Again, Mahomes to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air, Mahomes. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Chase trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet, but there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Second and 6 coming up here. Burrow back to throw. Cut out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Burrow setting to throw. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. They'll throw it again. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Working inside the red zone. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, that play call, it was certainly about playing it safe and just running it from the goal-to-go situation. But I'm not sure it's possible with how well this defense is holding up.
Moss will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
On third and goal, here's Burrow. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return makes it up to the 25. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
That's a short gain of 1. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 39. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Completed over the middle with the first down yardage. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line they go. It's second down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they went with on third down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. So no return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. The Chiefs and this running back headed back out for a new series. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
2nd and 10 now. Kelsey makes the catch. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. All right, keeping it simple, they're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down. And we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll get started out in Denver, where you see the final score there. Robert Woods, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. 30-13, the final score. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Burrow from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. A give now to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Chiefs back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Mahomes on 1st and 10. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
From the 27. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Here's Mahomes now. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. First down, Burrow to throw. Hauled in left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Burrow out of the shotgun. On target to his man Higgins. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Burrow setting up the play action. Has a man, it's Brown.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. On the ground, Brown. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Burrow to the air now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Running left with Pacheco. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Right back to Pacheco. And they limit the damage, just a few yards on that gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air, Mahomes. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Brown on the carry. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Now Burrow. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Punt team on the field. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Starts from the 44. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another throw for Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Motioning one of the tight ends. Again, Mahomes to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelsey that time. So 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Mahomes. Hits him on the in route. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing again, Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send a receiver in motion right. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time, so that brings up 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Hauled in by Rice. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 1. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
This one finds Kelsey. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31, Kelsey makes the catch. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Looking to throw Mahomes. Quick slant complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Man in motion here. Throwing from the gun. Brought in by Juju. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Return's looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First down, Burrow to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing is Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To throw again, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw, Burrow. Catch made by all. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Burrow back to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They are throwing it again. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. That sails over his target. Incomplete. And now it's 4th down. Trying for it with Burrow. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Chiefs offense out to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Burrow. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.